Dems have worked themselves into a real lather that Trump is going to cancel the midterms. Joy Behar completely stuffed herself with martial law fears.
I really worry about that Trump is looking for this kind of pandemonium to go on, like you just described, so that he can declare martial law or something, and also cancel the midterms.
Well, under martial
Watch
law,
out
you
for
won't
this
have
guy.
Republicans know that if a free and fair election takes place, they're losing.
This is the most serious threat to democracy since the Civil War. I think that we are at a 50-50 moment right now. I think the chances are high that we could lose our democracy between now and next November.
That is the greatest threat. I miss threat to democracy. So what's got them all hot and bothered? Trump joking to Reuters about the midterm election, saying, quote, "It's some deep psychological thing, but when you win the presidency, you don't win the midterms. When you think of it, we shouldn't even have an election." Garland blasting this weenie who didn't get the joke.
You said that he was joking about canceling the elections, but Americans for generations have fought and died for democracy, for this democracy. Are you saying that the president finds the idea of canceling elections funny?
Andrew, were you in the room? No, you weren't. I was in the room. I heard the conversation, and only someone like you would take that so seriously and pose it as a question in that way.
So, Jesse, that guy's from The Independent, a British paper, and he is actually a weenie, and I hope that gets back to him. You know, people fought and died for the democracy. How dare you make a lighthearted joke that I'm deliberately and deliberately mistakenly taking as serious?
That guy is such a nerd. People like that, I mean, that's why we hate the media. They're just nerds. Lighten up. He's not canceling anything. He's endorsing people. He's giving them money. Susie told him he had to go out and campaign, and he was like annoyed about it, but he has to do it. This is why the Democrats have no credibility, Greg, is because everything they predict is wrong. Remember global warming? We're supposed to be underwater here in Manhattan. They said Trump was going to cause World War III and a recession. Stock market's up. I haven't seen a lot of war here, at least. They said democracy was going to die if the Republicans took the House last time. We took it. The only one who died was Kevin McCarthy. I haven't seen him. Is he still around?
Yeah. He is.
Still around. Got it. This is like what you said in the A block. These are feces fastballs, okay? No one believes it. They just throw it out there because they think their voters are that dumb.
Yeah.
And are they, Harold? Are they that dumb?
By no means.
Well, continue, Harold, with your deep thoughts.
No, I think that the president was joking when he made the comment about, and everybody's got to have a sense of humor here. I think I've said all along, I think Democrats got to get back to talking about the things that voters are most concerned about. I'm not one that points to polling this early in elections, in an election cycle. But if you look at what Charlie Cook's group, the Cook Political Report, says, and I think that they are the best at handicapping and understanding these congressional races, Democrats are faring well. They're faring well at this point, not because they're saying they want to indict or impeach President Trump if they get the majority, but because they're talking about federal housing permits so we can increase housing supply. They're talking about ways in which we can adjust to AI becoming a bigger part of our workforce. How do we educate and train people going forward? Do we lift tariffs on everything? The president has indicated he wants to lift tariffs on certain food items. Let's lift them on all these things so we can lower prices for everyday Americans. That's what Democrats need to be talking about, not these weird, massive, outrageous conspiracy theories. The president, even if he wanted, he couldn't do it. And I'm not saying he wants to.
You know, Dana, I was like going, what happened to a threat to democracy since the Civil War? It's back and better than ever.
The resistance media personalities of the first term are dying to get back into business.
Yes.
A lot of them you don't hear from anymore.
Yeah.
And I agree with Harold. Of all the topics that Democrats have to talk about, it shows polls are like, well, you know, we kind of like the Democrats better now on this or that issue. They can't stick to that message. They always have to revert back to he's going to destroy the country. And it's actually very funny that the British guy is saying that people fought and died for democracy.
Yes. It's incredible.
That's a good point.
So I have a great idea for Trump, Kaylee, if you can get it to him, because I know you still talk. He should find somebody named Martial Law. Martial, Martial Law. and invite him to the White House and go and then announce to the press that he's bringing in martial law.
I heard Stephen Miller was already on that, Greg. So no worries there. Miller's got you covered. But Democrats, I mean, Harold, they should leave these talking points in the past. I know you would agree, the threat to democracy stuff, but it seems like they can't resist a superlative. Like, they see a superlative dangling and they have to grab it. Like, greatest threat to democracy since the Civil War. I mean, I could think of maybe times that threatened our country more. Great Depression, Pearl Harbor, 2004, 100 Americans died. Feminism. Yeah, you said that out loud. 9/11.
Do you agree with the feminism?
No, I don't agree with the feminism part. However, there are greater threats. But it reminds me of Pelosi. It was like the day after the election, calling Trump the most vile creature, the worst human being to ever walk the earth. It's like the superlative is there, and they have to grab it every time.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.